Hey guys, so we're going for a little bit of a nighttime vibe here, collective. Not really my usual, but I was feeling it, and when I was starting to film this video, I was like, what type of vibe am I feeling first impression? And it was a nighttime one. And you guys have some pretty straightforward cards here, literally off rip. I wanted to just go ahead and pull some to kind of figure out where exactly the energy is leading me. You guys got the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon reverse, and the Knight of Wands upright. Whew, Spirit, what is coming through here? What I'm really feeling right now, especially with this Moon card, is I think that right now you are kind of hurdling over a period of possible stagnation. I'm hearing like you could have had a bunch of ideas flowing through your head about where you wanted to go, what exactly it was that you wanted to do. And it was just like a lot of built up anxieties, fears. And I'm also hearing like perceptions of other people, because when you look at this Moon card here, they are like, the way that they're like looking into the moon, like having a lot of eyes on you, I feel like could feel daunting. And whatever you're being called to do could probably require a certain level of being seen and visibility. But I think that you are releasing yourself to a degree. I think the fear itself is not gone, but the stagnation is. And putting like pen to paper on what exactly it is that you're trying to do and where it is that you're trying to go. And I'm hearing that you will be very successful with whatever this is, because you have multiple cards here. You have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. It's all about offering something and taking action and opportunity, following something, like some type of creative pursuit here. Let's see. You're gonna keep telling me more about this. The Empress. Wow. Yes. And I was getting this energy before starting the reading. I think whatever it is, I don't know exactly if I could point this to a specific person, but what I am feeling here is there is definitely something that you're walking away from. You got the Empress and you got the Five of Swords upright. I think that there could have been, you know what I'm hearing? If it was a specific person, or maybe even a group of people, it possibly could have been people that could have deterred you or kept you stagnated in your way of thinking in regards to whatever this thing is. So you could have had your own pursuit or your own ambition for this, but in the same breath, you also had people telling you that this wasn't going to work, or giving their own 2 cents about your ambitions and your desires. And I'm hearing that like with this Empress energy, you're kind of like recalling your energy back and allowing yourself to fully embrace yourself authentically and whatever your interests are. I'm hearing maybe your interests are a little bit more on the taboo side, or you maybe could be starting a business, and that takes a lot of self-assertion that comes with a lot of people doubting your own plans and your own ambitions. But you're pouring a lot. I'm hearing that you're like transmuting a lot of people's doubts and negativity towards your goals and your desires. It could be a relationship, business opportunity, a creative passion, and you're transmuting that into energy to full force move it. It's almost like I'm gonna prove you wrong energy. Like, you're not gonna tell me what and how to go, like where and how to go. Like, this is my life and I'm gonna do it to the degree of where I'm being called to do it, from a soul level, not even just like logically, what logically makes sense. Like, a lot of your logic, I feel like, is being put to the back burner at this moment. It's like you are being drawn to, on a soul level, what is your soul telling you that you should do and how and where to move. And that is where you're deriving your sense of action. It's not based through logic. And I think a lot of the people that you could be talking to, or energies around you, are telling you like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this doesn't make any sense. This, like, or how are you going to pull that off? Like, you don't have the time, the money, or the energy to do this. But like, deep down, there's like this sense of knowing of where it is you see yourself going, and that is the direction of where you're leading yourself to. And even with this like Page of Swords, like it's Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and you also have the Fool card. So I just see you like Page of Swords reversed too, mind you. And I think like a lot of people they feel like they have the right almost to intrude on your plans or intrude on your way of thinking. I think like a lot of the times, or for a long time, you could have put your trust in what other people said. You kind of lacked a sense of self-assertion to say, this is what I want and this is how I'm going to do it. Almost like I'm getting like this scenario of like, you go to the store to try on clothes with your friend, and like every single thing you try on, you're always asking your friend like, does this look right? Does this look good? Like, are you sure? And if they say no, it doesn't look good, then you're not gonna get it. But now it's like the vibe of like, if I go to the store and I see something I like and you say you don't like it, I'm gonna buy it anyway. That's the energy right here. Yeah. Yup. Tell me more. Tell me more. This is good. Yes, you got the Six of Cups reversed. Like I'm just getting like a newfound independence, literally. And then you got the Three of Pentacles reversed. It's like a newfound independence, and it's like you're either going to be with me or you're going to be without me. And I think for a long time, relying on people and relying on people's support is what was your main drive and your main way of cultivating some type of abundance. But now you're seeing like so much power lives already within yourself and within your own truth. You know what you want more than anybody else knows what you want. They're not going to be able to tell you what and how to live, because the way that you think is completely different than the way that they think. And like that goes back to my point about the whole logic sense. Like a lot of things rooted in tradition, whether this is like your family traditions, your ideologies could be very different from the great majority of people. And you're starting to realize that now, and in a way that used to make you feel kind of guilty about your desires, and that made them seem even more unattainable. But now you're seeing like that's where the key like is lying right now. Like the key lies in your indifference with other people, and it lies with your uniqueness and your own desired passion. Like it's not written for you the way that everybody else is taking a written path for them. It's very, very unique. Very, very unique. Very unique. Oh my goodness, yeah. And you got the Strength reversed. Yeah, Strength reversed. And you got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so I just think that like you could have been too, and I don't want to focus on a lot of people, but that's really the energy that I'm getting here in terms of like what has been holding you back from taking this full force of action that you're getting ready to take. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be very, very successful. A lot of people kind of did things in a very, that goes like traditional sense. Like I was saying before, it was very, very traditional, very rigid, and it was very, I'm going to curate. Like you could have maybe come from a family, like your parents possibly could have written a path for you. Like if you went to school, if you went to college, they picked your major, they picked this, they picked that, they cherry picked everything for you, which kind of lacked your own inner trust and your own self-trust in yourself to make your own decisions. And I think you're seeing right now a lot of the things that were cherry picked for you along your path don't align with you. You're like, I'm not satisfied with this way of living. I'm not satisfied with this lifestyle. What can I do differently if nobody else is going to agree with me? I can't stay unsatisfied. So I have to make a change. I have to do something for myself, even if I don't feel fully confident in taking that full leap of faith. And you have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck as well. Wow. Wow. And something I'm hearing about cliques too. I don't know. You could be removing yourself from like a friend group that was very cliquey, very entitled to whatever you had going on. Like I'm hearing some secret animosity maybe. I don't like to fearmonger like that, but if it resonates, like I'm just saying. Yeah, you got the Eight of Swords and you got the Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, so you could have definitely been at a standstill with this decision about what path exactly you wanted to take and where you wanted to go with your ambitions. And I'm hearing that, like I said, you might not feel fully confident in taking that full leap or taking that full force to go to wherever this ambition is. But I'm hearing like once you get the ball rolling, it's literally not going to stop. Like I'm hearing, or not hearing, but I'm seeing like a ball tumbling like down a hill. Like you're not going to do it confidently. You're not going to do it perfectly, but that's a part of your story. That's a part of what gets you exactly to where you want to go. So I think like right now, the negativity and entrapment of like what other people had to say or what even your own mind had to say about your own ambitions, it's really calling you right now to sit in this cocoon period where you are building your self-trust like no other. So that way you can come out on the other side fully in this knowing of who you are and where you're destined to be at. I think you're being called towards something very, very unique and something that doesn't have a strategic or a bullet by bullet rule book. So you're kind of having to make your own rules, and in a way that can be kind of freeing, which is why it's so necessary to assert your dominance in yourself, like assert your own path, because if nobody else is going to write this chapter for you, if nobody else is going to validate you, you have the full free will to do it for yourself, and that is so powerful. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my desk. That is so powerful. Here, tell me more. This Nine of Wands energy. Like I'm hearing, yeah. Wow. You got the Page of Wands reversed. And you got the Two of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's like so much like fear in the future too is what I'm hearing. I think like you kind of relied on a lot of old ways of thinking or a lot of old thought patterns to kind of work as a safety net to guarantee a certain outcome. But with this path, you don't know what's going to come. You don't know where it's going to take you. But I'm hearing like Spirit wants you to see that as you having the upper hand in this situation. Like the unknown seems so scary, right? Especially when you had everything written down for you, a plan and a rule book to base your life off of. But when you have the full control and the full capacity to write your own story, to make your own rules, life is completely different, and you see yourself differently because it's so unique and tailored to you, and you're not going to have a lot of people resonating with that. But that is where the power of this path is, because you have to be, what is it when people like are like the like signaler, it's like somebody like the signaler, you have to be the first one to fully like make shit shake, basically. There's definitely a word for that, and I can't think of that word. But the first person to like ring the alarm or like sound the alarm, something. Oh my gosh, so much page energy here too. I keep seeing it when I'm like shuffling. So like you're just really going into things not confidently, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. It's because you don't have a rule book or you don't have something to go off of. And I feel like I sound like a broken record now, but this is really where a lot of the people that you saw, especially with this Queen of Pentacles reverse, the people that you saw hating on you, the friends that thought that they could tell you where and how to go, your family that thought that you could only live your life a certain way because this is how it's been done for forever, like duh. You're realizing they're gonna be looking at you and being like, dang, like where did they get this confidence from? Where did they get the abilities or the assuredness in themselves to pull this off? Because you're going to pull it off. That's what I keep hearing. Like, you're going to pull it off. 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 And that is where the jealousy is going to come in. And you're going to be like, wow. Like, the people that I was relying on for advice, the negative thoughts that I relied on to keep me safe is exactly what not only propelled me forward, but they're looking in the corners now and they're just like, how did they do it? Like, where did this come from? A few more. Pull a few more. Page of Cups. Yeah. Wow, yeah. You're building your own path. You got the Page of Cups and you got the Hierophant. You're leaving whatever was traditional, whatever was socially acceptable, and you're creating your own path. And I'm telling you, it's going to bring a bunch of surprises along the way. You're going to surprise yourself. You're going to surprise yourself. I want to know a little bit about the surprise. I'm a little nosy. So let's see. What is the surprise? What is this? Like, we know it's the opportunities. We know it's the opportunities. Yeah. One thing for sure, and I think like I feel this very deeply with this collective, is a lot of internal conflict, especially programming that you obtain from your own environment. You're going to be outgrowing a lot of those beliefs because you got the Queen of Swords, you got the Nine of Swords, and you got the Hangman. So I think that there is going to be a lot of reprogramming in the mind before anything else. And I know that doesn't seem like, well, where's like the material reward? Like where am I getting like actually, but this is the step forward to that material, whatever that is for you, whatever that looks like, whatever that opportunity is in the 3D. But it starts in your mind and you're going to be clearing out so much bullshit, so much BS that you were just programmed to think like, well, everybody else is doing it. This is how I always thought things were supposed to go, so this makes sense. But no, there's going to be a lot of personal judgment that you're just letting go of because you're realizing this is just not even my own. Like, this isn't even my own energy, so why am I letting it affect my decisions? And that, there's nothing like it. Like, I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. We're gonna pull a few more. There's nothing like being in your own energy. I'm getting so warm in this energy. This is so nice. Yeah, you got the you got the Wheel of Fortune, and you got the 6 of Swords. Boo, you're transitioning, and it's gonna be nothing but good luck. It's turning in your favor. It's seriously turning in your favor. You're coming to a close with a lot of old cycles and leaving a lot of people behind, a lot of old mindsets, a lot of old people, a lot of old beliefs, a lot of old institutions. You could be leaving school at this time. You're just like, school doesn't really feel aligned with me, this specific job position. However it resonates for you, maybe you're transitioning to calmer waters and it's going to work in your favor. For sure.